Cool kids! Cool kids!
Did you get the rats out of Ava's hair too?
Yeah, I got some rats out of Eva's hair with the brush. We got the brush and the rats. And there's some rats and some little dander there.
That's a flea brush.
Oh, well, she likes it.
That's
Whatever
what
it
she
is.
used to comb the fleas out of.
Oh, well, she likes it.
Well, it feels good.
She's a big fan of it, whatever it is. The kitty cat brush. We gotta talk to the cool kids on YouTube. The cool kids. You ever watch YouTube?
No.
You never watch it? You got
I have watched mechanic stuff on YouTube.
Oh, there you
You
go.
can put in any make, model, and year, and they'll tell you how to tear it apart and put it back together.
Well, there you go.
You don't need a mechanic anymore.
No, you've got you.
Except I can't turn the wrenches anymore.
Well, I mean, that's what Bro Cephas is for, right? You know that dude, Deuteronomy. What's that dude's name? Steve? Earl?
Steve.
Is it Steve? Did I get it right?
You got it right.
Go me.
Stephen Wayne Flippin.
Well, you didn't have to drop his name on YouTube, but that's okay. I'm sure there's more than one of that person. Today, class, we're going to talk about...
Oh, you're videoing.
That's right. Today we're going to talk about, it's tonight for me, a delicious purchase I made. This purchase, it involves a pretty famous YouTuber. And that's, I'm not going to name them, but they promote this company on their channel quite a bit. Let's zoom in there. And if you watch my channel, you know that I have already bought a 60 ounce lot from them. So US Coin Trust is the company. Now they have a product they sell right here, the bulk foreign silver by the troy ounce, and it's $18 per troy ounce. Now, that's not $18 per troy ounce of silver, that's $18 per troy ounce of coins. Okay? So, you're going to get various purities. I'm going to show you some right now so you understand what I'm telling you. So these are 80%. Okay, that's an 80% coin. You see? Can you see that? Yeah.
I can put my glasses
Well, that's
on.
okay. You don't need to. Just trust me when I tell you that's a 80% Canadian quarter from 1962. Okay. The ASW is 0.15, and that means that there's 0.15 ounces of silver there. Now, on the upper end, you're going to have stuff like this. 90% Balboas. On the lower end, you're going to have...
Need the help.
There's some 40% in here, and there's some 50%. Now, the last lot I got from him had 10% in it. There's also sterling. There's nothing pure silver. There's no pure silver in this lot. The other day I had a lot kind of like this that had a pure silver, a couple pure silver coins, and a pure silver medal. 0.999. So yeah, you don't see that all the time. A lot of sterling. Well, a fair amount, not a lot. But the condition of the coins is very variable. So you can have something really ugly like this. Let's come on, zoom. There you go. This thing's corroded to death and worn. But there's also mangled stuff. Stuff that's been not just slicks like this. I could barely make out the date on this one. It's in 1916, but I could barely make it out, and it's really rough. That's not the worst of it, though. There's coins with holes in them. There's coins with dings and dangs and dues, and all the bad stuff. But I did the math, and I can tell you what I got and how much I paid. So I bought 14 troy ounces of this. Well, first of all, I bought 14. I only got 13.7525. Okay. Yeah. That's how much it weighed. I sat and weighed it out. So it was a third of an ounce short. Well, a quarter of an ounce short. Last lot I got was light too, but it was like 66 ounces, so I wasn't going to worry about it. But now we're on a much smaller scale here, so there's a lot less room for error. I mean, it's a quarter of an ounce. I guess I could have got a couple coins, but the thing is, I'm not going to say this is a deal breaker, because we did get 10.2424 ounces of silver out of that, which means that on average, the average coin in this lot is 75% silver. Okay? Most of it's Canadian junk like this. That's the overwhelming majority of what we got. But there was some cool stuff, okay? So I'm not just going to say it was all bad. There was some nice stuff. As a matter of fact, I would say this was a good deal because of some of the nice stuff we got. But that's hit and miss. There wasn't that much nice stuff in the last lot, and I bought a lot more ounces last time. So it all evened out, really. But I paid $26.87 per ounce. I can't get a generic round for that. So this is still a good deal. I'm not trying to put them down. I'm just saying they were a little light in the ass. And, you know, some of this stuff is straight up. Let me find some of this. Straight up rough, but I can't complain about that because some of it's really nice. So here's a for instance. This shilling is, I mean, someone was walking around with that in their shoe. Okay. There's a sixpence like that as well, which makes sense because sixpences are used for weddings. I got this total slick of a 1911 10 centavo. But I'm not just going to show you the bad stuff. There's some good stuff. These Balboas were pretty much minty or AU, so that's nice. This thing's corroded as hell. Yeah, but that's after Canadian. Most of this lot after the Canadian stuff was 50%, and that had me worried because 50% silver at $18 an ounce is $36 an ounce. Okay, so if the whole lot was this stuff, you'd be in big trouble. All right, and I would say about a third of the lot was this stuff. But on the other hand, and I'll show you this, just because it's that stuff doesn't make it bad. I'm going to show you why. So these coins are very, very, very hard to find in high grade. So imagine my shock when I found this coin in the lot. Now, the good thing about 50% silver is it's harder than sterling. Right? It's sturdier. It's got more copper in it. The bad thing is that it corrodes easier. It's not as inert as silver. But this coin's at least AU, and it's from 1922. And you just don't find these coins in that good a shape usually. I don't. Usually they look more like this. Something more like that. So I just want to put these side by side so you can really see the difference in the detail on the coin. How much worn off detail there is. And how much corrosion has gone on here. Now this is a florin, to be fair, but they're the same alloy. Alright, so this was a nice coin. This was a nice find. But yeah, all in all, I'm not mad at all, and I'll show you some of the nicer stuff we got. I'm always a sucker. I'm always a sucker for Swiss silver. So, and this is one of the harder dates for the 40s. You know, so it's not in amazing shape, but it's not in bad shape. There was some sterling. There was a little sterling. There was a shilling as well from 1918. Nothing in great shape, but it fine or so. There are some nicer day 3 pences, and this one's in pretty good shape. It isn't quite as nice a date though as some of the other ones. So yeah, anything from the 42 and on in a 3 pence is going to be a little better date. And if you ever see a 45, call me. We'll be best friends, okay? Yeah, if you see a 45 3 pence in silver, because they did also make a bronze, I believe it was bronze coin. You don't want that one. That's not silver. It's not rare. There's nothing special about it. You also get, a Canadian quarter, in decent shape. There's some good coins in here. This is a nicer coin. The condition's not amazing, but it's not bad either. It's got some dings, it's got some wear, but it's a better date. And this Irish stuff, there's only 400,000 2 shilling coins from 1941. So I have one of them. And a lot of them are worn as all get up, I'll tell you that. And then, I got some modern Egyptian stuff here. It's nicer. 1964. And all this is at $26.87 an ounce. So, here's some more. This, I believe, has something to do with the United Arab Emirates, but it's actually Egyptian? I don't know. It's interesting. Very interesting. Cool coin. Almost 1/3 of an ounce of silver. So, good, big, juicy coin. And these are cool. Yeah. Always cool to have these. And this is 0.3749, so a little bigger than a US half. And not a bad little coin. You got a ding on the back there. But not bad. Again, the modern Egyptian. I do have the large coin of this series, and I got it way under melt. So these are slightly above melt. All this is slightly above melt. This was the best coin of the lot. 1956. There's a nice ding on the rim, but other than that, the coin is in nice shape. It's got some toning, but not a lot of wear on it. That one rim ding is pretty unfortunate. There's some scratches too, but not a lot of wear. Cool coin though. And, at $21 for 0.8102 ounces, I'm okay with it. I'm not going to complain. Most of it's your run-of-the-mill. This is a nicer one. But most of it's run-of-the-mill junk. There was, there's a nice dime. 56 dime. That's pretty good for a 56. You don't see. Usually the 50s coins are more, tarnished and worn. There's also a 40s George VI like this. Same sort of condition. AU to maybe mint state 60. Let me see if I can find it. The other problem is there's a lot of 50% Canadian in this lot. Not a lot, but quite a fair amount. Here we go. A fair amount of 50% Canadian, and you know, that, like I said, if it was all 50%, you'd be at $36 an ounce. And there's no guarantees on this product. Now, I bought it twice, and I can't complain, other than it being a little light. But as far as what I paid and what I got, the bad coins and the good coins kind of equal each other out. So, you know, imagine if this wasn't, you know, old. It'd be a pretty sweet coin at 1880 Canadian 10 cent. You know, but that's scrap. You know, there's a few scrap coins like that. But for every scrap coin I'm also getting, you know, some of this nicer stuff. So, you know, it's not all bad. Anyway, U.S. Coins of Trust. This is what you got to expect. You can also get some French stuff. You know, right? We like the sower. 50 centimes. And you can get. This is a cooler coin. I already had one, but you know they only made these in 20 and 21. If you have a 21, you're rich because they all got melted. So keep that in mind. But yeah, 21 and 20 were the only years these were made. And these are fish scales, in case you guys aren't aware. That's a fish scale, and it's an 80% fish scale, which, you know, is pretty cool because that gives you a whole new level. Remember, we're always talking about fractionality, right? So this gives you a whole new level of purchasing power. Maybe you buy a candy bar with this when shit hits the fan. You know, as long as someone's willing to say, oh yeah, that looks right, 0.03 ounces, okay. You know, there's some sweet, here it is. We always like our stuff from the Netherlands, right? Wilhelmina. You know, so that's cool. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to go on and on about this. I ended up with, like I said, 10.2424 ounces at $26.87 per ounce. The sweet coins are sweet. The crap coins are crap. And, this one's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Well, it's 50%, but it's not in bad shape. I don't know that I've ever gotten one of these in bad shape. These 50% sixpences. But this is in really bad shape. That's a different flooring. Guys, like, share, subscribe, phone a friend, and all that jive. If you can't find it, don't blame me, because I tried to show it to you. And thanks for watching. Have an amazing day. Ciao.